Hey friends, welcome to our live. I am editing my San Diego and Hawaii vlog, and I thought it would be super fun to hang out with you guys and share some travel stories, tips, upcoming adventures. If you've ever been curious about what happens behind the scenes, or you just love hearing funny travel mishaps and chaos, you are in the right place. So I just wanted to pretty much just give us this opportunity. This is my first time really going live, but to share anything and really have you guys ask me anything about our travels, tips that we can give, our trips, upcoming adventures, just all the above. So I just wanted to create the space to do that. And I'll give you guys a sec to hop on and then we'll keep going. While I'm editing here, I thought it would be fun to share some crazy moments from our recent trips that some of them didn't make our way into the videos, or maybe they did, but one that I don't think made its way into the video that was so funny was that we went through to get to Curaçao. We stopped in Colombia, and as we're through the first gate, we get to Colombia. We go through Colombian gates. We're all the way through security. We get to be about to be boarding the plane, and we scan our passports, and it blinks red. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just scan it again. And Matt's doing this himself in a different line, like separate from me, and he's having the same issue. And so I scan it, and it blinks red again. And I'm like, what is going on? And so the guy like looks at me, and I'm like, oh no. He brings me over to the side. He checks, and I thought like, what if we're not going to make this flight? Like, what if we're not able to get into Curacao? Like, what is happening? And I was so stressed. And then I saw Matt get pulled aside, and I was like, oh no, like he can't get in either. What is going on? Turned out we just didn't have a waiver signed that we needed. And we just signed it like right then and there, and we're able to continue on to boarding our plane. But I just thought that was so crazy and funny. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I don't think that was in our video, but there are so many crazy mishaps that happen on our travels and just in travels in general that you maybe don't see during the video, or don't think that we're experiencing too. But the truth is, everybody experiences it because travel is just so out of your control. But that's part of the fun part too, right? So it was a pretty crazy thing, but we were able to get on, we were able to board, we made it to Curacao. It was amazing. And actually, another funny story is that when we made it to our hotel in Curacao, the Bohemian Boutique Hotel, it was amazing. But once we made it there, it was actually the front desk lady. We walked in with just each our own backpack as all of our luggage for the next 5 days because we pack light and we love to like backpack travel. And the woman was like confused. She was like, "Oh, where's the rest of your luggage?" And we're like, "Oh no, this is everything." And she's like, "Oh, for 5 days?" We're like, "Yeah, we're just in bathing suits, right? Like we're not really doing too much and having to wear too many clothes, like our t-shirts, and Matt is like wearing shorts, and I'm wearing like a tank top and shorts. Like there isn't, and then bathing suits. Like there's not much you have to pack." So it was kind of funny, but those were some funny moments that we experienced during our Curacao trip that I thought were funny but didn't actually make the cut for the video. So that was pretty fun. Um, we tend to love to pack personal items for trips that are pretty much under 5 days. And then trips that are over 5 days, like our Hawaii San Diego trip, which was 2 weeks long, we actually just both packed a carry-on and a backpack. So that was pretty much all we packed. Another funny thing that you guys probably won't even see in this upcoming vlog, but something that happened in San Diego and Hawaii that was just so much fun and just so us, is that we went into the trip only having pretty much the first 8 or 9 days secured and figured out and booked. And then after the first 9 days, we ended up staying for 13 days, and those 4 days were, like, not booked out at all for where we were gonna stay, the rental car, like, any of that. And we didn't really pay attention to that. We knew that we didn't book it, but up until, like, the 6th or 7th day, we were just like, "Oh, we'll just deal with it then, we'll just deal with it then." And then about the 7th day, we were like, "Oh, shoot, that's tomorrow." So we booked our next day, and then the next day we were like, "Okay, I guess we're just gonna book our next day." And so we just lived day by day for, like, the next 4 days. It was very fun. It kinda helped us figure out where we were gonna be in the next day because we were like, "Well, what do we wanna do tomorrow?" And so we'd figure it out, and we'd figure out where we would stay with Airbnb, and it was just a really fun time and a really fun trip. We were able to be a little bit more flexible. And we ended up doing a jet-eye or red-eye overnight flight from Hawaii to San Diego, which was fine, except we didn't get, like, any sleep at all. We were on the same plane as a college volleyball team that had just won their championship, and so they were so happy celebrating, which was so fun to be a part of, but we were exhausted. We did not sleep. Um, at all the whole night. And so we were trying really hard, but it was just not really possible. So the next morning, we were supposed to spend that whole day in San Diego. And we had already booked our hotel for that night. And we were going to go to the zoo. We were excited for that, but we were exhausted. We landed at 7. We finally got to like the lounge at like 8. I wasn't able to secure too early of a check-in at our Airbnb. We were able to secure like a 1 p.m. check-in, which was amazing, but we were not able to secure anything earlier. So the whole morning we were actually sleeping in the airport lounge, which I thought was hilarious. They thankfully let us in because if you're an avid airport lounge user, you would know that they don't usually let you in if it's like after you fly. Usually it's like 3 hours ahead of your flight. So we were very lucky that they let us in, that we were able to get some sleep and get some shut eye, even though it was such a busy lounge, and just reset a tiny bit so that we didn't feel crazy the rest of the day. And then we just got to our Airbnb and ended up using that as our rest day. So the next day we went to the zoo, and it was a great day. A really, really fun time. And I highly recommend, with or without kids, checking out the San Diego Zoo. These like travel experiences just make me so excited for our future travel experiences and what's to come next. And speaking of what's to come next, we have so much upcoming and to look forward to. And now that I've recapped you a little bit about what we've already been up to, let's talk about what the future holds for us because I'm super excited for these trips. So, we definitely have secured in the books St. Thomas in November. And then we also have Costa Rica in February. And the Galapagos is still up in the air, but we're thinking Galapagos for December. So there's a few trips right up and down the next year. On top of that, we're also potentially going to Wyoming, which is going to be a really cool trip in early October. So that's coming up quickly. So we have a lot of really fun adventures that are coming up, and I really hope that I'm able to. Uh, I want to switch the way we're filming a little bit. I feel like how I'm editing and filming now, I'm almost having to require so much more over voiceovers because we're not actually talking on camera when we're on our trips. We're just taking you guys and like videoing through the trip, which is still really fun and awesome to watch. But I want to take you guys along with me on these adventures a little bit more. And I think the best way to do that is to actually have you guys enjoy the experience while I'm experiencing it. And so I've been able to capture that a little bit better on Reels, but I'm working on capturing that a little bit better in full form content because that's what I want to bring to you guys. I want to be more of a storyteller in my editing and in my videos. So Matt and I are both working on talking in the camera a little bit more and just having that story for you guys to follow, which is exciting for me. I'm excited about that. Do you guys have any tips, tricks about the places that I mentioned, or any questions, anything like that? Drop them in the chat. And if you're watching this video later, drop in the chat any questions that you have if I'm not answering them now. We also might find ourselves in Costa Rica on an investment trip, which is exciting. And then in the beginning of the new year, I'm going to be in Reno for a work trip. So just lots of travels. We're also going to be in New York City a couple of the days. So just lots of movement, lots happening, which is exciting about that. That too. Lots of travels. But I kind of wanted to open the floor to you guys. So ask me anything about travel, packing, destinations, or any funny stories that you guys have experienced. Like drop that in the chat too, because I think that would be so fun to go over with you guys. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. This is our first going live moment, but I encourage you to comment where we should go next. And just remember to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss our San Diego and Hawaii vlog that I'm editing now and so many more future adventures that are coming. We love taking you guys along with us, and I just want to improve that experience more and more. So definitely keep tuning in, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.